Hi, I'm Chris Green, co-founder of US Rack. Thank you for considering one of our quality US Rack products. Our product video segments only take a few minutes to watch, but they will show in detail how to assemble, install, and make safe use of the many outstanding features of our products. Since its inception in 1999, US Rack has developed and now manufactures the largest variety of distinct truck rack designs anywhere. We also service what we sell, and you can reach us for technical support at 1-888-877-2257. We believe that we have a product that will fit your specific need at an affordable price. Thank you for watching, and now on with the presentation.
When you receive your rack, unpack the box carefully and remove all of the wrapping which was provided to protect it during shipping. Here are the parts of the paddler's rack. The first thing to do is to lay them out to ensure that everything is there. Check the inventory sheet, which is part of the installation instructions. It has photos that identify the parts. Examine all the parts to ensure that they're in good condition. Damage can occur during shipping and occasionally even during the manufacturing process. If you find missing or broken parts, cracked welds, or any other damage, do not attempt to install the rack. Instead, contact customer service at the toll-free number and we'll send you what you need right away. Before actually installing on the truck, we need to assemble a few parts. First, pick up and examine one of the 4 legs. In the top of each leg, there should be 2 holes, each containing a special flathead carriage bolt, a metal washer, and nylon locking nut. If they're not already in the holes, locate them in the hardware kit and attach them with the head of the bolt up and the washer and nut at the bottom. Now, take a crossbar and after removing the end caps, lay it down flat on its side with the open channel facing toward you. Feed the head of each of the carriage bolts into the end of the crossbar as you slide the top of the legs along the crossbar until it's on about 6 inches. Tighten the nut with a socket wrench so that it's just tight enough to allow it to slide along the bar with slight pressure. The next step is to attach the bases to the bottom of the legs. You'll notice that there's a tubular projection on one end of each base. If they contain screws, remove them. Attach the base to the bottom of the leg by sliding the bottom of the leg over the top of the tubular projection so that the holes at the bottom of the leg align with the holes in the projection. Place nylon washers on 2 button head cap screws and thread 1 into each hole. Tighten both firmly with the Allen wrench. Attach the other legs and bases in a similar manner. If you have a conventional fleetside truck bed and want to clamp the rack securely to your bed rails, you should have parts that look like these, including a clamp tube and a cushion casing. If not already assembled, assemble them using the bolts, washers, and nut provided. If you have a newer model truck with a bed rail track system such as the Toyota Tacoma, you'll still need the clamp tube, but you'll be using the track inserts instead of the cushion casings. You may also have a widening plate. This is used only for Nissan products, so if you don't have a Nissan truck, you won't need it. Of course, if you don't wish to clamp your rack onto your truck and have opted for the bolt-on system, you may use the hardware supplied in the package. To attach your rack, use a 3/8" bit in an electric drill to drill through the guide holes in the base of the rack and through the bed rail of your truck. You only need to select 2 of the 3 possible holes, but using the front and back holes is optimal. Now, if you have a truck with a track system, the installation is a little different than installation on a fleetside bed. First of all, you need to lower the tailgate, remove the plastic track end stops, and insert the track inserts into the tracks. Slide them along the bed until they're about a foot from each end of the bed. Step up into the bed and place the rack down at the front of the bed so each base rests on top of the bed rail with the edge of the base in contact with the lip of the bed rail. It may be necessary to slide the legs in or out along the crossbar to center the crossbar and properly situate the bases. After inserting the clamp tube, take a 2-inch button head cap screw with a black nylon washer on it and insert it through the hole in the top of the clamp box and thread it into the top of the clamp tube. If you're satisfied with the location and orientation of the rack, you can first tighten the knob until the clamp tube is pulled securely against the track, then use the Allen wrench to tighten this screw up until the base is clamped securely to the truck bed rail. After completing the front section, install the back section in the same way. Remember also that any cargo rack attached to a moving vehicle is subject to vibration caused by road conditions and winds, that it is very important to check all fasteners to ensure that they do not become loosened. There is one final step with trucks with track systems, and that's to install the truck safety blocks. The purpose of the safety blocks is to ensure that even if the fasteners holding the rack to the track become loose, the rack couldn't slide back and out of the truck. To install the safety blocks, first remove the small screw and washer from the block, then slide the block into the channel near the back of the track. Finally, find the small hole on the bottom of the track and insert the screw and thread it up into the hole in the bottom of the track and tighten firmly with a screwdriver. To clamp the rack to the bed rail is quite simple. Slide the top of the clamp tube, which has a threaded hole in it, up into the bottom of the clamp box. At the same time, guide the rubber cushion up under the lip of the bed rail. Then take a 2-inch button head cap screw with a black nylon washer on it and insert it through the hole in the top of the clamp box and thread it into the top of the clamp tube. If you're satisfied with the location and orientation of the rack, you can use the Allen wrench to tighten this screw up until the base is clamped securely to the truck bed rail. When performing the same steps on the other side, you may notice that the crossbar may try to bow or not sit quite evenly. As you tighten up the clamp on the other side, you may have to further adjust the crossbar in relation to the legs. When you're satisfied, tighten the nylon lock nuts under the crossbar firmly. After completing the front section, install the back section in the same way. Now let's load up your paddler's rack. You can load a kayak or a canoe on your rack just using a foam tube. What I'm using here is foam insulation from Home Depot, which costs about $2. Put one on the front and one on the back and you're set to go. Just slide the kayak up onto the truck and tie it down. Notice that I'm using ratchet straps on the back, and these attach easily into eyes and the gussets on each base. Tie from one base up and completely around the kayak, bring the strap over the other side of the crossbar, and then tie down to the other eye. Now, if you want to go a little more upscale and use a kayak or canoe carrier, you can mount your holder onto the paddler's rack. It also works very well with Malone carriers, including their Sea-Wing. Let's see how easy it is to load a large kayak onto your truck using this system. First, let's mount the Sea-Wings onto the crossbar. Simply loosen the bracket on the bottom of the carrier, put it around the crossbar of the rack, and tighten it up. Allow the tie-down straps to hang down on the sides. Second, lift the front of the canoe up and place it on the back Sea-Wing. Third, lift the back of the kayak and put it forward and up onto both Sea-Wings. Finally, strap the kayak down securely using the straps provided on both carriers. Loading other cargo, such as ladders and lumber, is also easy. After loading your ladders, lumber, or other cargo, ensure that you tie the cargo with ratchet straps, rope, or other secure means. Here are some safety points. Spread the load out over the length of the crossbar. Remember that although the overall rack is rated for up to 300 pounds, each crossbar is only rated for up to 150 pounds of distributed load. No more than 100 pounds should be concentrated on a length of 12 inches or less on either crossbar. In other words, if you have a heavy load, you want to spread it out and avoid placing all the weight in the middle of the crossbar. Another point is that you should tie down the cargo from one side to the other. Don't strap cargo in a way that pulls front and back sections toward each other. We've shown you how to inventory, assemble, install, and load cargo on your rack. When you have completed using your rack, owners of clamp-on racks are able to take advantage of one of the greatest advantages of this rack, its ability to be quickly and easily removed and stored. To do this, you simply have to reverse the steps we've shown you. After removing the rack, you can disassemble it and store it in the box in a small space, or keep it assembled and store it on the wall of the garage, with the optional wall hangers for the next time you need it. This leaves your truck rack free for many other uses. So long, we wish you a wonderful and safe cargo carrying adventure with the Paddler's Rack.